Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be making a very potent hair oil that is going to grow your hair massively, strengthen and improve the overall appearance of your hair. So the very first ingredient you're going to be needing for today's recipe is the green tea. Yes, the green tea, the normal green tea that you take, that you drink, exactly. Green tea contains high level of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory agents, which promote a healthier scalp environment for hair growth. It also reduces scalp inflammation and fights against hair thinning. Green tea also contains DHT blocker, which is a hormone associated with hair loss. Now, by blocking DHT, green tea helps maintain the health of the hair follicles and also supports growth by minimizing hair loss and hair shedding. So I used about 4 bags of my green tea. You can go as higher as you want, or you can go even lower depending on the quantity you're aiming to achieve, yeah? So I cut it open just to pour out the contents, but you can skip this process and just throw it in directly. I know you might be familiar with tea rinses, green tea rinses, or you've tried it out, but today we are actually going to be infusing it in an oil. So once you're done cutting open and pouring out the contents, you're going to have to transfer to your mixing bowl, your mixing plate, or your jar. I'm going to be using a glass jar today. So the next ingredient on our list is your cloves. We've talked about cloves many times on this channel, but cloves contain high level of antioxidant, anti-inflammatory agents, vitamin K, eugenol, which promotes hair growth and strength by improving the blood circulation on the scalp. And now for our third ingredient, we are going to be needing rosemary. Rosemary contains anti-inflammatory, antioxidant properties. It also contains vitamin B6, iron, calcium, which promotes blood circulation in the scalp, stimulating the hair follicles and thereby improving the growth and strength of your hair. Now the next ingredient we are going to be looking at today is our fenugreek. Fenugreek contains iron, proteins, vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, K, potassium, folic acid. It also has some antifungal and anti-inflammatory agents that are essential for growth while promoting a healthy scalp and a stronger hair growth. And this is what we have once we are done with the whole ingredient sorting. So now we're going to move on to our carrier oil. And the first carrier oil I'm going to be making use of today is my coconut oil. Now for this part, there is no specific oil you can use. You can just choose any oil of your choice, whichever one you're convenient with, whichever one you're comfortable using, or whichever one that is readily available to you. So I used less than a half cup of my coconut oil. And the next carrier oil I'm going to be using today is my olive oil. So I was already running short of my olive oil and I've not repurchased. So I decided to use the little that I have, which is not even up to a half of a half cup. Okay. So I use the little I have. You can go higher with these quantities. You can go lower. It all depends on what you have and what you're looking to achieve. So the next one I'm going with is my pure almond oil. Almond oil is a very, very lightweight oil. So I use about a half cup of my almond oil. I'm going to leave the measurements on the description box below, so just so well to check it out in case I didn't mention anyone. So the next oil I'm going to be using is my avocado oil. Now, avocado is one of the best oils there is out there. It is rich in minerals like potassium, magnesium, also vitamins, and then proteins, okay? So it's going to help to retain moisture, boost shine in your hair and elasticity. It's also going to help prevent breakage. So you don't need to use all the oils that I've used here. You can use even 1 or 2 of them or 3, or you can go higher with the ones you have, okay? Just do whatever you're convenient with, whatever you're comfortable with. The aim is just to be comfortable with whatever it is you're putting in your hair, okay? So this is what it looks like. Look at all the layers, the ingredients, and then the oil. Looking all beautiful, I know. So the very next step we are going to proceed to right now is the infusion, which you're going to do by using the double boiler method. So you already know the double boiler method, where you don't have to heat directly on direct heat, okay? But then you also have to heat on very low heat, just so you can get the infusion properly. Now, if you do not like heating up your ingredients or heating up your oils or anything, you can totally skip this process. You can just skip this process and proceed to the next one. So once I was done heating up for about 10 minutes, I had to bring it down and then covered it and then set it aside to cool down. Now, note that the longer you leave your oil, the longer you store your oil, the more it infuses. So if you did not double boil or you did not heat directly, you can just go ahead and store it in a cool place and allow it to stay for a couple of days to properly infuse. I left mine for about 48 hours, and once my 48 hours elapses, I brought it out and this is what we have. So the next step you're going to proceed to right now is the extraction method, which you're going to have to do using a handkerchief or a wick cap, or a socks or whatever it is that has tiny holes. So I made use of my wick cap, and there just basically you pouring your stuff into your cheesecloth or your sieve cloth, whatever it is you're using, in a bit to get the oil separated from the chaff, and make sure you stir it up just so as to get all the ingredients that have settled underneath your jar or whatever you use to store it. Okay, so once you're done with this process, the next thing you're going to have to do is just to squeeze your wick cap just to get all of those oils out of the chaff. And what we are doing here is operation leave nothing behind. You're going to have to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze till we are sure nothing is left behind. And once you're done with this, you do not have to discard the chaff. You do not have to discard the chaff you got out from this. Okay, you can just put it back into your jar, add more oil to it, and then let it infuse for a longer period of time. Okay, and then you still have your oil back. Or you can also use this, make this into a hair butter, or you can also use it as a scrub. Yes, so I just decided not to discard my own. I poured back my chaff into my jar, and then I'm going to add more oils to it later and then store it just to get more oils at the end of the day. Okay, so this was what my chaff was looking like. This is what yours is going to look like as well. So yeah, this was what my oil was looking like. Not fully, you can see the particles that are settled behind. I do not want that. So the next thing I'm going to have to do now is to get another sieve cloth, this one with much tinier holes than my wick cap. Okay, I'm going to sieve it again just to get those tiny particles out of it, just to get my oil free from all the particles. Okay, that is what I am aiming to achieve, a clear oil. Now, if you've watched this video to this point, I am convinced you like it. So please go ahead and hit that like button. Please, this will help you to push it out to even more people that might need this video. So once I was done with that, this was what my oil came out to look like, how clear it is looking compared to the previous one. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead now to do is to add my essential oil. I don't like adding my essential oil the very first time I'm adding my oils because I don't like heating my essential oils. I don't like boiling my essential oil. So I added about 15 to 20 drops of my tea tree oil. And then as for my lavender oil, which is going to be the next essential oil I'm going to be adding, I added about 1 cup full of the lavender oil. Right, so you can go higher with these things, you can go lower. Just know that these are essential oils and you don't need to add too much of them. So the next one I'm going to be adding is my peppermint oil. I added about 15 drops of my peppermint oil to this, and yeah, that's basically it for my essential oils. Now, if you have any other essential oils that you also want to add, please go ahead and add them. Okay, it is not limited to just the 3 that I added. These are just the ones that I have available at the moment. Okay, so this was what my oil was looking like at the end of everything. Now I'm not going to transfer it into a bottle because it's not going to stay in that plate forever. I'm going to leave the ingredients in the description box below, so please check it out. And if you do not have the time to make this oil or any of the recipes I've shown in my channel so far, chat me up on Instagram and I will sell and deliver to you. Now, I was able to get about 150 ml of this oil, which is, the bigger bottle is 100 ml, the smaller bottle is a 50 ml, and it was enough. It's okay. So yeah, this was what it was looking like, and I'm going to show you how lightweight this oil is going to sit on your scalp. It's not going to leave your scalp feeling very heavy or greasy it's just going to penetrate into your scalp and do the work it's needed to do. Okay, and you don't need to apply this oil every day on your head, just so you don't expose your scalp to too much build-up that might lead to itchiness and all that. Just maybe 2 to 3 times in a week is fine. Just use it to massage your scalp, to soothe your scalp after moisturizing your hair. It can also help to seal in the moisture in your hair and help moisture retention for a longer period of time. So yeah, that's basically all that for this video. I hope you found this video very helpful. Please give it a thumbs up. Do not forget, it's going to help the algorithm push it out there. Share to people you think you might need this video. Leave a comment down there in the comment section, and please subscribe to me if you've not yet subscribed. And I'm going to see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.